everyone, it's Yuffie. Welcome back to another studio vlog. Wow, it has been ages since I last posted here, but don't be fooled, this is not a dead channel. Not yet. Not if I have anything to say about it. My event schedule for the first half of 2026 was extremely hectic. I did a handful of some pretty big conventions. I also just had a lot of smaller shows that were kind of stacked on top of each other. A lot of uh, back to back, or even sometimes two things on the same weekend. So it was exhausting. If you know, you know. My last convention was all the way back in May. I did MomoCon. And since then, I've just been trying to catch my breath a bit, deal with some health issues that were catching up to me, just kind of trying to get my bearings. But I put a lot of my goals for 2026 on the back burner, and I'm starting to regret it. I meant to start posting here a lot more regularly. I still don't know if that's really going to happen anytime soon, but I did want to give YouTube another try. Since I had no events booked for June and July, and my online sales tend to slow down a little bit during the summertime, I opened my commissions for a little bit. So today I thought we could spend some time together while I work on a commission. This is the last one that I have to do, and I wanted to film it because I forgot to film any of my other ones. This customer was very thorough in describing everything that she wanted, so I think I have a good idea of how I want it all to come together. Let's get started. For this project, my customer requested a hair clip and a necklace, and both of them are going to have a strawberry matcha cake theme. So we have some green clay and a little bit of translucent, and I'm going to mix them together and condition them in my pasta machine. Since this is going to be a Swiss roll type of cake, I think I forgot to mention that earlier, we are putting the green clay underneath some pink clay because that's the color that my customer requested for the filling. And then we're going to roll that up. Then I'm going to stretch it out and reduce it a bit because it's bigger than we want it as it is. So by doing this, I can just slice into the cane and get a smaller piece of that cross section to work with. And this is what I ended up with. It's about 1 inch wide now, and I'm going to use my needle tool on the green part of the cross section to create some texture. I'm doing this on both sides of the cake. It gives it a much more realistic look, in my opinion, than if I were to just poke holes or do nothing at all. The exterior of the cake needs some texture as well, so I'm just going to take my toothbrush here and pat around the outside until it creates a bit of a rougher look. I'm also going to go ahead and do the base of the hair clip now, also using the green clay. And I'm placing the barrette on top as sort of a guide so I know exactly what size to cut. And then I'm just using my needle tool once again to do the exact same thing as the Swiss roll, just adding that crumbly cake-like texture because the base of the hair clip is supposed to look like a cake. So these are going to go in the oven for a little while now. And once they are out of the oven and cooled off, we're going to add decorations to them and finish it up. I ended up with some extra pieces because the cane that I used was too big. So I think I'm going to hold on to these for now, but sculpt them a little bit later and maybe just turn them into charms and give them as freebies in some of my orders, or maybe just hand them out at shows. I'm not really sure yet. They're too cute to throw out. While my main pieces are in the oven, I'm going to get started on the little strawberry details as well. This is just a tiny bit of white and translucent clay that I'm going to basically shade in with pink and red color as soon as I'm done sculpting them. For the barrette, I'm just doing one regular old strawberry, and for the cake roll, she requested that it be topped with a little heart-shaped, like half of a strawberry. So I've never done this before, we're going to improvise a bit, but I have a heart-shaped candy mold that I'm putting some clay into, and then after I add the seeds, I'm going to try and condense it down a bit to make it a bit more realistic. Back to our larger strawberry here, I'm cutting it down the middle, and on the barrette, one of these halves will be facing out where you can see the outside of the strawberry, and then the other one is going to show the cross section. I'm going to spend a little bit of extra time shaping both the halves just to make sure that they have that, I guess, organic, more natural shape to them. And then I'm going to start adding some little indentations to look like seeds. And I'm actually using a really small knitting needle for this because it just happens to be the perfect size and it's not too sharp. It doesn't tear into the clay too much or anything. Okay, now we're going to take both of our berries and add some powder pigment to them so that they start to look a little bit more like actual strawberries. Same thing for the larger piece now. I'm trying to really pack it on and get the clay nice and saturated with the pigment because the color does tend to lighten a little bit in the oven, and I want these to stay a really nice, vivid, kind of pinkish red. Towards the top of the strawberry, where the leaves usually are, I'm doing a little bit of a gradient with the pigment, and at the very, very top, I'm leaving it completely white. So I've got my palette out now. Not sure how well you can see that. I have some white acrylic paint, and then I have my red powder pigment mixed with a little bit of water, and we're gonna paint the cut half of the strawberry. Figuring out the best way to paint these has been really challenging. I use these sliced strawberries in quite a few of my products, but it's only recently that I feel like I'm really happy with how I paint them. I've just had to learn to really take my time with these and to try not to add too much color at once. Now I'm going to add the white lines. I'm using a very thin paintbrush, and I'm just gonna go super slowly with all of the precision that I can muster. Okay, so now that everything is out of the oven and it's had a chance to cool off, there's what the little cake looks like, very cute. We're gonna add the Decadin cream fake frosting on top of both pieces, and I'm going to be putting the strawberries that I sculpted earlier along with a couple of other little details that she requested. So I'm gonna get everything ready and then I'll show you how I do that. For our barrette here, I'm just piping some shells straight across the base of the clip. It's nothing too intricate. And then I'm going to press the decorations into the cream immediately after. We've just got our 2 strawberry slices right here. And then we've got this big gold fork charm. And that's it. And next I'm adding just a bit of cream on top of the cake roll, along with our lovely little heart-shaped strawberry. I'm also going to add a few tiny little pearls and rhinestones and just a couple of extra decorations so that it's super cute and maybe a little bit more eye-catching and sparkly. Now the frosting needs at least 24 hours to completely dry, and after that all I have to do is add some glaze to the strawberries and the cake filling so that everything is a little bit glossy, but this is what they look like for now. It has now been a little bit over 24 hours, so everything is fully dry now. I just wanted to give you a quick look at both of the finished pieces before I get them packed up and shipped to their new home. I added the Swiss roll charm to a pearl necklace with a pink bow, and I absolutely love how it looks. It is so simple, but it's really, really cute. And the barrette is pretty much the exact same as what I showed from yesterday. It's just glazed and ready to be worn now, of course. That's about it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me today while I worked on this little project. Huge thank you to the person who commissioned me for this in the first place. I had a lot of fun working on it, and it means a lot that somebody would trust me with bringing their idea to life like that. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking and subscribing, and if by chance YouTube recommended this video to you and you don't already follow me on my socials, they will be linked in the description below. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.